Hi, this is my submission video with the Artist Edit 2. I'm starting with my sculpt, and even though I have a lot of freckles, which pull excess green, I also have a lot of redness right there, so I am using NG to neutralize that redness. But then as I get closer to my nose, I have a little bit more green in my skin, especially on my right side, which actually has a bruise, so it's kind of green yellow. So I am using NR for the insides of my cheekbone area. I am now going in with NV because my bruise is also pulling a little bit of yellow. So the violet kind of helps neutralize that section. Then I've got a little bit of melasma, which is pulling a little bit yellow. I might have overdone that a little bit. And now I'm going in with my sunspot, which isn't completely green. It's kind of a combination of like blue-green because it's kind of darker. So I'm going in with a mix of O1 and R1. And then right at the end, I just tapped it with just O1 in the darker areas, which pulls more excess blue. This area is a little bit more irritated. It's more of a red purple, blue purple, so I went in with, or red purple, sorry. I went in with the YG1, and then I started out this area with some O1, but realized that it's a little bit more irritated. It's got a little bit more purple in it, so I went in with very lightly YG1. But as I'm going, I'm realizing that it's kind of irritated because I was rubbing it, kind of itching it earlier. So now I'm just kind of tapping the area around it with just a really light YG1. Now I'm going into my under eyes, which is just a conglomeration of freckles, which typically pulls green, although some of my freckles definitely have some blue in them. But I am going in with R1 and just tapping out those freckles, trying to see as best as I can, although they all kind of mix together. But as I am neutralizing those freckles, I'm seeing kind of the excess color left, which is a little bit more blue. So at the end, I go into O1 to neutralize the rest of that shadow. Looks pretty good. Then I'm basically doing the same thing on this side, trying to grab those darker spots, which kind of make it appear that the whole area is dark, but it's actually just those freckles. And when I neutralize those freckles with the R1, because they are pulling green, excess green, that it mostly goes away. Around my nose, I'm starting out with O1 because it's a little bit more blue than the other side. And then I'm coming in with the darker purple lines with YG1. So a little bit purple and some blue. Or red, sorry. And I just tapped that little piece with some YG1 as well. It's got reddish bluish. It's a little bit more vibrant than, and then this is pure green, so it just disappeared with a little bit of R1, just a little freckle on my nose. These are also freckles, and they disappear with O1 because they're a little bit darker blue, less green, and then a little bit of YG1 on that redder area. This is another sunspot. This one has a little bit more blue in it 'cause it's a little darker than some of my other freckles. So I'm going in with the equivalent of OR1, but since I don't have that color, I'm just mixing O1 and R1 together. I'm going into this kind of redder area, and I'm not hitting the whole thing, but right there is a little freckle that was pulling blue, so I just went in with O1. This area is definitely a little bit bluer than the green farther underneath, so I went in with a little bit of O1. And here's just another lighter freckle, and I just went in a little bit with the O1
done.
as well.
Thank you.